Hello my fellow hunters. This video took me a lot of grinding, preparation and other stuff. I want to show you the best possible DPS build for game version 2.0. And first of all I have to say that Elemental Switch X is still better in several cases. I also write it under the video. Like for example, the barrier of Switch X is still better than Kushaladaura Switch X or whatever. It's still the best Switch X in the game if the monster has the ice weakness, or the Sinogre Switch X is still the best Thunder Switch X, better than a Raw Switch X. So I don't wanna recommend that you're only playing Raw Switch X. This is only informative, showing you the best Raw Switch X. I personally would prefer using Elemental Switch X because it's more fun to play. And also more
diversified.
Okay, first of all, I show you the actual 3 best raw weapons for game version 2.0. First of all, it is the Nargacuga Switch X. Narga X only has rarity 6, but the good thing is we now can craft Master's Touch decos or Agitator Trolls, Challenger Trolls or whatever. So we can fit a lot of attack buffing skills in our set, like also attack boost or whatever. So actually Knight's Crescent is probably the best Switch X for raw in the game. Actually I didn't test it, but later I show you a build with the Nargacuga Switch X and it's absolutely mind-blowing. Still rarity 6. Yes. The best ramp up skill is attack boost or attack level 3, I don't know how it's called. Then the other 2 Switch X's I want to talk about is the Tigrex Switch X, which is new. Before the game we only had Rex Slasher 2, but now we have the Rex Knasher with a natural white sharpness, no slots, a good exhaust damage when we are on end state, and we have the Grand Chaos, the next level from the Diablos Switch X. We have to play the Switch X with green sharpness. I tested them off white sharpness and makes absolutely no sense because we can't fit so many skills. We need protective polish level 3, handicraft level 3. We have to compensate that bad affinity, and there is no place for attack boost, no agitator. What else? Yes, it's too hard to compensate the negative affinity and the bad sharpness of this weapon. And that's the reason why the Grand Chaos is the worst raw weapon of these 3. I show you 2 builds after I have explained you them off. There is also on a Reddit a post. I didn't actually have the source. Okay, this is the post I want to talk. There is a guy want to talk about Switch X endgame builds. The first thing is I didn't know whether this dude is a Switch X main or not. And yes, he's from France. There are several builds he has written. The best is Tigrex from his opinion, and the next is Nargacuga. Yes, and there are also other names I can't actually translate into German language. And yes, here he talks about the best possible Tigrex build. And he uses 3 mighty trolls. And you can maybe search for an Elder Dragon hunt in general, or general speedruns in Monster Hunter. And I show you a run. Let's give me a second. Okay, Teostra, 5 minutes 36 seconds, and we go random, skip to a point, and I want to show you for everyone doesn't know it, maximum might will only be activated when your stamina is 3 or more seconds at 100%. And I want to show you a point in the video. Okay, look at his stamina. He do very much the weight rolls, and so the maximum might skill can be activated very bad. So you can see the monster is also on the ground, or maybe at this point you see using stamina when making a weight roll decreases all the time and maximum might can't be activated. You're also recognizing he's using elemental switch X, not a raw switch X. Also you can see stamina all the time goes down. Okay. And now I want to show you my switch X table. You can see I compared several combinations. For example, for the Rex Knasher I tested 3 different builds. One build maxed out critical eye, only 2 levels of attack boost and critical boost 1. I made about 200 for mixed DPS and 285 mixed DPS in the training area. And for the Rex Knasher I augment there is a ramp up skill. For the first time I chose affinity, and yes, the same skills like with the set above. I only have 378 true damage, and then I changed the ramp up skill to attack. I can also show it you in the game. So here you can see Rex Knasher. There is attack boost 3, giving you 8 true raw, and affinity boost negates the affinity by 6%, and also brutal strike, but we don't use this because we play with positive affinity and weakness exploit and other stuff. So the best skill is by far attack boost 3 for Rampage. And now for the Grand Chaos, the best ramp up skill is by far affinity boost and dulling strike. I tested them off. Dulling strike and affinity boost is exactly the same. It's exactly the same damage output. There is no difference. I tested it in the morph damage calculator, but I recommend using the affinity boost level 3 because we're using a crit boost. Yes, and the best possible constellation, you can also click on the links on the webpage. You maybe know that webpage we are using for the Rex Knasher for the best DPS output. 216 mixed DPS. You can see it's by far actually one of the best true raw builds, and 225 amp DPS. 391 true damage. We are using 3 levels of weakness exploit, maxed out crit boost, critical eye level 5, no maximum might. Then we have protective polish level 3, rapid move maxed out, stamina sheath level 3, and also latent power level 1. I can't trigger that skill in the training area, so, and also not in the here damage form. So you can see there is no latent power here to activate that skill, and I think yes, it's maybe over 400 true damage when the latent power skill gets activated. I show you that skill actually on the video. So we can see 243 attack on this build. I can also show you the Diablos set, but it's too bad. You can see if you want, but I don't recommend it. 1 second please. This is my Diablos, the best possible Diablos set you can use, but it's worse than the Tigrex build. You can see it here, Grand Chaos, affinity ramp up skill, maxed out critical eye, also crit boost level 2, weakness exploit level 3, and bludgeoner level 3 is the best possible combination. Only 196 mixed DPS or 206 an end state, and you can see Rex Knasher has exactly 20 DPS more. So I don't recommend using the Grand Chaos. That's bullshit. 1 second please. But if you want to say, okay, I'm too lazy to craft the Tigrex Switch X, I want to have the Diablo Switch X, you can use. 1 second. want to make it as progress build until you have crafted the Tigrex Switch Axe. Grand Chaos with a Drain Jewel on the Almudron Helm S, 2 attack jewels, on the Tobigadachi Mail S, attack jewel 2, on the Tigrex Braces S, a Tenderizer jewel 2, on the Engine F Coil S, 2 Drain Jewels and a Tenderizer jewel, on the Ingot Greaves 1 no special skill. You can put in whatever you want. And on the Fatal Tempest Talisman, a Tenderizer and a Blunt Jewel. And this is a Rapid Move 2 Jewel. Yes. Here are the skills best possible for the Diablos Switch Axe. The good thing on this build is that you don't have to sharpen. It's such a bunch of green sharpness. Yes, if you're too lazy to using Tigrex, but if you're using Tigrex you have a lot to sharp. I can show you the Tigrex set. Best possible, mathematically best possible Tigrex set. I showed you the ramp up skill, it's attack, boost, or attack whatever. Yes, we are using the Rex Knasher with attack boost 3 on Rampage slots. The skills are Critical Eye 5, Crit Boost 3, Weakness Exploit 3, Protective Polish 3, Stamina Thief 3, Speed Sharpening 3, Rapid Move 3, Latent Power Level 1. On the Kaiser Crown. On the Kaiser Crown, a Drain Jewel 1. On the Wike Mail S, 2 Tenderizer Jewels and a Drain Jewel. On the Lagombi Vamp Braces S, a Tenderizer and a Drain Jewel. On the Chrome Metal Coil, a Quick Switch, a Sharp and a Grinder Jewel 1. And on the Golden Hakama, 2 Grinder Jewels. On our Rapid Move 2 Talisman, 2 Sharp Jewels. You can see here, this is a Rapid Move 2 charm. And I was so glad and never needed a Weakness Exploit 2 charm. Yes, here you can see the full armor skills. I'm gonna show you a speedrun at a later date, because I wanna actually show you the best possible Switch Axe, mathematically. I don't know whether it's really better than the Tigrex Switch Axe, but you can see it here. Sorry. I want to show you how to craft the Weakness Exploit decorations. Go to the smithy, decorations, create decorations, and here you have the Tenderizer jewels. You need Lazaret jewels, Ragnargadaki stuff, Almudron stuff, and Nargacuga. So Nargacuga is very hard to get. I recommend using solo him and take 2 cats with Pilfer, and so it's not so hard to get the Nargacuga, but it's a very hard grind for getting the Tenderizer jewel. But the positive thing is the Tigrex Switch Axe is really easy to craft. You can see here you need a bone tree, some bone stuff from the sandy plains, some firestone from the volcano, and some Tigrex stuff. But yes, not hard to get, no special orbs or whatever, so Tigrex Switch Axe is pretty easy to craft. You only have to break the head, and yes. Okay, now I want to show you the best possible DPS build. It's the Knight's Crescent again. Actually, I'm not able to craft the set, but the grind is extremely hard and it takes a lot of days to craft all that Master's Touch jewels, Critical Boost jewels. If you don't have so much free time, I recommend using the Rex Knasher, because the decos are... yes, you have to grind a lot of... and it takes a lot of time to get this stuff. Yes, best possible constellation. Weakness Exploit 3 for Knight's Crescent. Attack Rampage skill. Attack Boost level 4 to get that percentage buff. Agitator level 3. I don't know how it is in the hunt, how good that agitator can be triggered or whatever. Yes, Master's Touch level 3. You can also use Razor Sharp, but I recommend Master's Touch because of the good affinity from this weapon. Rapid Move maxed out. And yes. Crit Boost level 3, yes. Poison Attack level 3. Oh, I have no Poison Attack, I think. Yes, and 427k true damage, and also if the weapon only has blue sharpness, you can see it still had the same strength like with the Tigrex build. So I would say the Nargacuga Switch Axe with Agitator level 3, attack boost 4, maxed out 100% crit and level 3 crit boost is the best you can get. But don't forget that we have latent power on our Tigrex Switch Axe build. Yes, that is the best possible raw build actually. I can make this video shorter, only 30 seconds, and show you the build, but I wanna explain you the differences between the set. And also, I didn't know whether I already have the Mind's Eye on my Diablos set. Let's give me a second. Yes, this set is also not bad. It also has Mind's Eye level 2, but I recommend using the Rex Knasher. Yes, see you next time when I show you the Nargacuga Switch Axe build, probably the best raw Switch Axe in the game. Don't forget Element Switch Axe is still better. But Tigrex Switch Axe is in that case better that you can have Stamina Sheath, you can put monsters into a drooling state, you can KOing monsters, and you can do that with the Nargacuga Switch Axe. But I personally recommend actually using the Rex Knasher. It's very easy to craft. No special decorations, only weakness exploit. Yes, see you next time.